Superior knowledge and greater experience do not make you a superior person, but you only come there as a credible person for some advice. The speaker and the evaluator rely upon each other for the acquisition of useful information. Your function is not to change the speaker's behavior at all, but provide them with basic information that they may consider for possible change to their behavior in their speech delivery. And if the speaker is a beginner, be aware of that and change your style of evaluation accordingly. Do not tell the speaker what he did, but how you perceive that speech. That's what is required. Sometimes I have seen evaluators restating what the speaker did. That is not required because we are wasting their time. Use personal statements wherever possible describing your reaction. I felt, my impression was. Avoid impersonal statements. They say one must. Emphasize that your responses reflect your own reactions and not absolute truths. Accept your reactions as your own and not necessarily attributes of the common audience. Attempt to establish a dialogue with the speaker. Check on the speaker's understanding of your remarks so that there is no misunderstanding, and that can be done after the meeting if required. Provide specific suggestions for improvement. Use descriptive personal statements to give a how-to approach. Demonstrate how the changes could be done, how the recommendations could be implemented. Phrase the suggestions in terms of probable effect upon you. Something like, I felt my reaction would have been better if you had done this way. Emphasize the speaker's strengths as you see them, because sometimes the speakers are not aware of their own strengths and weaknesses. And avoid giving feedback on things over which they have got no control. If a person has got stuttering, stammer, they can't control, there's no point in giving feedback on those aspects on which they don't have much control. Make sure your remarks are relevant to the speaker's topic, purpose, expectation, and emotional state. And give honest feedback. There is no purpose by giving a very flattering evaluation or totally criticizing evaluation. Avoid prescriptive phrasing of suggestions like you should, you must, you don't. If required, verify the accuracy of your personal observation with the speaker and other members of the club later. Do not adopt the reactions of other evaluators when in doubt. Do not assume you know the reactions of others. Finish your comments with a positive feedback. Summarize the speaker's performance. And do not give positive feedback that is not honest. Do not exaggerate by being falsely enthusiastic. And try to inspire and motivate the speaker. This is the part I wanted to spend more time. Coming to the contest, you as an evaluator, your purpose is not only to motivate the speaker to engage in more speaking opportunities, speaking occasions, but also to persuade the contest judge to your side. And that's what I'm going to talk about now. So there are 3 criteria in every contest. One is the analytical quality, and that carries 40% in the contest. How effective was your evaluation? And effectiveness is a very, very broad word. How do you define effective? So, your comments, was it clear and logical? That is one measure of effectiveness. Did the evaluator identify specific strengths and weaknesses of the speech? And these aspects will project the effectiveness of your evaluation. 40 marks. Recommendations. You must make specific recommendations for the speaker, and they should be practical, helpful, and positive. Should enable the speaker to improve their next presentation. And also, as you go up in your contest from club to area to division and district, your appeal in those evaluations has to increase. At a club level, you may be giving the evaluation at some level, but as the contest level goes up, your way of looking at the speech and interpreting your emotions will also change. Technique, this is very, very important. 15%. Manner in which the evaluator presents their comments and recommendations. Should be sensitive to the feelings and needs of the speaker, yet inspire and encourage. This is where many of us fail. I have failed many times, the method. Because in our enthusiasm, we try to be prescriptive. I did not understand any of the speech. Probably if the speaker had done like this, it would have been better. These kind of prescriptive suggestions are not sensitive. You will straight away lose mark, and it carries 15%. Make statements, put yourself in the speaker's position, then automatically these kind of remarks will not come. Summarization. You have to provide a summary because that carries 15%. You must summarize whatever you have spoken in your evaluation. That is, what the speech was about, how it was, and what are the recommendations you made, how it's better it's going to be, and then give a personal touch. And it should be encouraging. If you make that, straight away you get 15%. Now, what is important? What is the winning strategy for an evaluation? I have seen the budding evaluators, they straight away delve into the matter and say, that was good, that was bad, and this is how it could have been done. No need. Make a structure. Every speech, whether it's a prepared speech, impromptu speech, or an evaluation speech, it should have a structure. Introduction, body, conclusion. In the introduction, you introduce. For an evaluation speech, what can you say as introduction? It's my pleasure to evaluate the speech given by so-and-so and hopefully offer some points for improvement. That's the simple introduction. Or any other way you can think of to give us an introduction. And then you start analyzing the speech and use inspirational words. When we use simple conversational words, they are good. But in a contest level, you must try to use better words that will make an appeal on the judges. Leave in a positive note, conduct post-contest reflections upon yourself. If you have attended a contest, later on, if you have time, think about that particular speech given by the target speaker and try to write an evaluation speech. And that's what I have done many times. After attending a contest, I go back next day when I'm traveling in the train, and then I could have spoken like this. I make my reflections, make a speech out of that, keep it ready as a reference material for the next contest. So whenever I attend any contest, I keep preparing these speeches and put it in the background as a reference material for me. The format that I am proposing, hopefully it will be useful to you. Any format, whatever is appealing to you, you can use. Keep it as a format for you before the contest so that you are able to take notes. Evaluation is a transformational exercise for both parties, the speaker as well as the evaluator. Because the skills that you develop as an evaluator are transferable. It is not only in the Toastmasters contest that we do evaluation. We need the skills in our other spheres of life, personal, family, and more importantly in business. If you are the manager and if you have to give some feedback to your staff, and if you only criticize the staff for the poor performance, it's not going to be helpful. You will be looked upon as a demon manager. Use the skills in Toastmasters. Give positive feedback. Show them how things could have been done better. And that way you are encouraging a positive behavioral change from them. And it also improves your interpersonal skills. Now I have a few minutes for taking questions from you. You want to ask me any questions?